Hello, guys. So I'm here with the lovely Wendy Robbins.
Yeah, why not? Lovely. I accept.
So, Wendy, she is, wait, what is your title in Dream Trips?
Well, Dream Trips, basically, in terms of titles, I'm a sapphire, which just means that, I'm going up the ranks, and just means that we're really good at bringing in a team of really excited, cool people. Particularly, I'm interested in women entrepreneurs. And I've made millions of dollars. I co-invented the Tingler head massager, and I've been really fortunate. And then I surrounded myself with multimillionaires and coaches. And the reason is your net worth is, your network is your net worth, right? So you want to hang out with people that are doing really well. And Karen and I produce a show called The Marijuana Show. It's on Amazon Prime, and we've offered $20 million to people. So we've been named the top entrepreneurs in that world. And so because of that, we got to a point where we both said, God, it'd be so cool to travel the world and get paid to take a vacation, lots of vacations, like endless vacations. And so we found Dream Trips.
That's where you kind of got into Dream Trips, right?
Yeah, we were just like, wouldn't it be cool? And then you guys know power of the power of attraction, the law of attraction. Immediately, literally, a friend called me up and said, hey, I'm traveling the world and I'm getting paid. I'm hanging out with the most amazing people, and I think you'd love it. It was that simple. And I just went, okay, show me a video. She showed me a video. And then from that video, I was like, this is awesome. I joined, and immediately Karen and I both had bronchitis. We were literally on oxygen machines, like, just like, and she had an ambulance over. It was terrible. And yet we still did really, really well. So see, you can do everything just by being, just showing videos.
So you had a show on Amazon Prime, and so you kind of got into more Dream Trips. Like, how long have you been in Dream Trips?
Dream Trips is new. It just launched. You guys, this is what's so cool is this is an opportunity. And this is what I always look for when I coach people, or I'm looking for different kinds of businesses, since that's my background, is just looking for an opportunity where you're at the ground floor, you're at the very top, because there's something about being at the top. So it just launched in August. So we're literally, as we're recording this, we're September 9th. So I don't mean to date this, but that's when we're talking about it. So, what I think is so awesome is for those who say yes to this, we've got great training, great mentors, great coaches. That was really important to me, because as a coach, I just want to know that I can help people get to a 6 and 7 figure income. No income claims, per se, but that's what I've been able to do is help people make 6 and 7 figure income. But this time we get to do it through travel. And I think that's what's really fun.
Yeah, so I want to know a little bit about like the traveling aspect of it. So obviously you're on an offer that's about trips. So, I mean, how many trips do you really take?
A lot, because why not? If I get paid to take trips, why wouldn't I go, okay, I'm going to do it. So this is what I did, still with my oxygen machine and Karen calling the ambulance. We booked a trip to Greece. And so we're celebrating our 17th wedding anniversary. It's like a long time we've been together. And so it was like, okay, let's renew our vows and let's go to Greece. That's romantic. And so that's what we booked. And it's a 5-star vacation for a 3-star price. That's the way I look at it. And then, we have access to a 24/7 concierge. For those that don't know what that means, it just means somebody helps me do all the boring stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, books the cars, books the ferries, books the activities. I say what I want, and then they make it happen. So it's like having a lifestyle assistant with you all the time. They could, if I wanted to send you flowers right now, I'd go, hey, what's your address? And then boom, I could send you flowers, because my concierge would do that all for me. So it's more than just travel. It's really just a better life, like living like really, really wealthy people do, even if you're not wealthy.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the trip that you're going to be taking soon.
Okay. So Greece, want to hear?
It's really intriguing. I want to hear a little bit more about it.
Okay. So we got a yacht, and we got people to teach us how to sail, because I really, really want to learn how to sail. I love being swimming with dolphins, which I'll tell you about my next trip in a second. And then I wanted to island hop. So we get to hop. Well, we're not literally hopping or skipping, but you know what I mean? A yacht, a ferry. And then we're like renting a convertible and going to this place with all these old mountain villages and old Roman ruins, and then we're going to the Acropolis, and we're going to see a Greek theater show in like an ancient Greek theater, which, you know, is kind of cool. And then they booked like a really trendy restaurant for us that you can never get into. And they were able to book us in. If I wanted to go to the Academy Awards, they could even book that for us. I mean, they'd like find tickets for us. The next trip after that, which is really, really fun. We just got finished like organizing it all today, is Hawaii. So in November, we're going to Hawaii to go swim with dolphins. And then we're going to go zip lining where they filmed Jurassic Park. And they still even have like fake dinosaur parts or whatever. I don't know if that's going to be cool, but you know, you're going over and you're zipping, because you guys saw Jurassic Park. So it's doing that. And then we're going to learn how to hula, which I'll probably be terrible at, but you know, whoa, did you just hear that? I told you, I'm in the middle of a storm. Ah, no. So you know, why not? So yeah, it should be really incredible. We're renting a Batmobile. So I found a Batmobile, and then we can go around the whole island. It's a convertible, literal Batmobile looking thing, because, you know, who doesn't want to do that? So, and then we'll be going to Mexico for like a month because again, this is a worldwide business. So I don't just have to be here. In other words, when I'm in Greece, I can still talk to people and say, hey, would you like to get paid to travel? You would? Oh, awesome. Cool. That's
right. So that was my next point. So as you're traveling and going to be gone to Mexico for a month, are you going to still be selling? Are you going to still be doing your job?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So bottom line is I can go anywhere in the world, and I can, as long as I have a mouth, I can just talk to people. And let's say that I'm really shy, which I'm not, but let's just say that I was super shy and like I walk kind of with my head down, but I still wanted to make some money and I still wanted to travel the world. Then all I need to do is share a video. And so if I can push play, woohoo, I'm in business. It literally is that simple, because then what we do is we follow up with people. Like we'll literally follow up. I don't care where I'm in the world, but we take care of our team. So then you don't have to say much beyond that. The only thing I ask is that you're on a call with us, so then you can learn. But I never want people to feel like, oh, I can't do this. It's easy. And then being coached by you guys, I mean, come on, closer queen, you'll tell them exactly what to do to be able to close. So the truth is you can go anywhere in the world. We have a large team in Australia, in Sweden, literally everywhere, and then we will in Mexico. And I'm looking for people, just in case you're somebody that speaks Spanish, you're bilingual, join the team, be part of it, because I mean, how incredible, right? You can go anywhere, and if you know what this is good for? It's good for people who like to build communities. It's really good for people who are social and outgoing, because why not? You know, then you're just talking to people and building a tribe. And that's the way I look at it, is like, who do I want to travel the world with? I mean, that's literally what I ask myself. Go on. What were you going to say?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about like the community wise and like the offer as well.
Okay. So the community is incredible. It's a lot of, you know, it's funny on our team, there's a lot of single moms or even married moms, but moms with young kids or older kids. I don't have kids. I have little four-leggeds. Luckily, they're not barking. I really thought they were going to start barking, but they're not. So
especially after that thunder.
I know, they're just like totally passed out because they were playing. They play like gladiators. One's a German Shepherd, one's a little golden doodle. The golden doodle's alpha and just like jumps on the German Shepherd, takes her down. You know, so there's that. But the question, what did you just ask me about? Because I got
community.
off. The community. Yes. Okay. Community of dog owners too, dog lovers. The community is really cool. It tends to be people who are really there to support each other. And so what I find is you just end up with friends, like genuine, honest to goodness friends, not like BS friends or not like pretend friends. Like we check in with each other almost every day. Like, how are you doing? What's going on? It doesn't just have to be about business. It's like, where are you traveling to? Like, have you ever been to Hawaii, this part of Hawaii? Yeah, tell me the good things to do, you know? So it's always an aspirational, positive conversation. And then people really want to build large businesses. So we tend to attract people who really are motivated to make a six-figure income, even if they've never done it. And we ask them to do certain things, which are very easy to do, and just be consistent. You know, I mean, if you can reach out to at least 2 people a day, every single day, yay, you can do really well. So community is really important. And like, I've said no to certain people. I just have, because I don't want to work with people I don't like. So it's really, so that would be true for you, you know, if you're looking at this and going, I wonder if this dream trips is cool for me. you get to work with who you want, who you're inspired by, who you're activated by, who's going to be a catalyst that's going to put fire under you to go, yeah, I'm traveling the world with the best people. And that's really where we are.
Talk to me a little bit about like building teams in a sense, like the people you want to work with. Tell me a little bit about that, how that works.
Yeah. Well, the very first thing that I did is I just used good old my phone and Facebook. And what I did with Facebook was just literally put out a meme that just said, hey, and this was before I joined, I said, my friend wants to know if anyone wants to travel the world and get paid. Interested? And then it was like, I mean, a gazillion people were interested. Then I reached back to them, right? But remember, what did I have on my face? Oxygen. So I could only talk like this. So what I did is I made a video because I could tell I was getting sick, and I haven't been sick in a long time. So I got sick and I had a video, and I just shared this video with them, a 9-minute video, and people just joined. And I told them, dude, I can't talk, but if you have questions, text me back. Maybe I didn't.
How long did it take you to start building those teams? Obviously, when you talk about traveling the world and still working, obviously it's very intriguing. So how long did it take you to get from point A to point B where you are right now?
Perfect. That's a really good question. Well, I started in August and we're in September 9th. So fast. Fast just because I got really excited. Like I really, what the truth is that I talk to all these moms, for instance, or dads, and they can't see their kids growing up, and they're working in a cubicle, and they're lucky if they get 2 weeks off. I mean, I talked to someone that was like, I can get 2 weeks off, and that's already planned. And then in 4 years, I plan to retire, and then I can travel. I was like, I don't want to live like that. I don't. Look, we got hidden in masks, and we got hidden with this COVID thing. For 2 years, we couldn't even travel, right? So the idea of travel, I think, is on most people's life. And so if I could create a bucket list life, that's exactly what I want to do. So that excitement, genuine, I'm really excited. Like I hope people that are watching this go, wow, that sounds really, yes, it's a big yes. The other thing is, to pay for it, you can use PayPal, for instance. So we invested $1,400. That includes a trip. So the trip to Greece was included in that. And let's say that I didn't have the money, that I was just, whatever, I just didn't have it. I could use PayPal and not have to pay for 6 months. Now, obviously you want to pay because you don't want to wait to the end where suddenly, but there's no interest. So there's no reason. In other words, anybody's no is very easy to turn into a yes. It's like, I don't have the money. Well, hey, you got PayPal? Yeah, I do. Okay, great. Or there's Klarna. I haven't used Klarna. I live in New Mexico and they don't accept that. But in other words, there's several different ways that you're able to do that. And the reason why I ask people to take a trip is because a lot of people haven't in a long time. So to me, it's really important to invest in yourself. Also, it's a tax write-off. So I have some people that make a ton of money, and they joined at the most expensive, the $2,500 and $500 a month. And the reason why they did that is because they either have to pay Uncle Sam, or they could take really cool trips where you can rent a yacht, you can rent your own plane. You can rent villas. I'm talking about gigantic, huge, gorgeous villas with a butler. So that lifestyle appeals to certain people. And what I would say is go find those people. And it's as simple as going to a Ritz-Carlton. I mean, this is really what you could do, is just go to a Ritz-Carlton, have some tea, and just talk to people. They have money, or, there's a number of different ways to do it. So we just ran into somebody the other day, and we were talking about travel and everything. She was like, I really want to travel, and I want to do it first class. So it's all over the map. People that are like, look, I want to go to ecotourism routes. I want to go on a safari. You can also create your own retreats. So I have people that are creating their own retreats in Bali, all over the world, Dubai. So there's curated trips. In other words, trips that are already planned, or you plan your own trip, or you can do your own retreat, or you can join someone else's retreat. So there's that. And then also you get 25 to 70% off all travels. That would be your hotels, your cars, everything that you need in order to be able to travel. So that's a good perk too. So you could just say, hey, I'm going to go visit whatever, my best friend in Oregon, and get a really cheap flight. Like, okay, can I just tell you something? Shh, don't tell people. Okay. I'm just telling you. Here's the bottom line. I'm kidding. I'm like telling everybody, but what we did in order to get to Greece, how much do you think to get to Greece would cost from Los Angeles?
Gosh, I'm going to throw out a wild number and say 700.
No, 700 round
No.
trip.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you don't travel. Okay. Normally
No.
it would be 1,500 to 2,000 bucks. Okay. That's like, you can look, like you should look right after this and go, how much is it? We got it for $1,000 round trip. And we get to stay in Amsterdam for a little bit. And I love Amsterdam. So what's so cool is the concierge is working out our airport lounges. So now we don't have to hang out in the place where you're sitting on the floor and you're waiting for the flight that's delayed. You're in a really nice place, free food, free drink. Some even have swimming pools. They have showers, massage. I just say yes to all that. And then going to Amsterdam, they arranged for us to be able to go to Amsterdam, just have really a great time, go down the canals and stuff, because we asked for a 13-hour layover so that we could really have enough time. And if have you ever been to Amsterdam? No.
No, I have not.
Okay, so see, Dream Trips is going to be so important to you because you're young. You need to travel the world. Like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm older, right? I'm not like, 20 anymore. So to me, it's really important to just go and see the world. But as a young person, it's like, wow, I traveled all over the world with a backpack and just went everywhere. And so I think this is perfect for anyone who's attracted to travel, haven't traveled, want to travel, and then maybe being afraid to be alone. So you could travel with other people. That's part of the community. I have like 3 or 4 friends that are going to Kenya, for instance, and other people can join them. And like that. What else?
You think it'd be really great for people who want to travel and want to get out and like do more things instead of just having a job in a cubicle,
Yeah.
but they don't really know who to go with. So it's really perfect for that with the community wise.
Yeah, it's a digital nomad lifestyle. It's a laptop lifestyle. It's look, I don't want to make someone else rich. I'd like to make myself rich, and I want to travel the world. Now, I want to be clear, it takes time. It's not like, wow, I'm going to be rich next week. It's not that. It's an opportunity to grow your own business, which there's tax write-offs too. I don't know if you care about that, but I'd rather pay taxes to not have to pay taxes to be able to travel the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have a choice there. It's a write-off. Everything you would do in terms of travel is a write-off. And then the trips that they have are like to Prague, to Rome. I mean, these are some that are happening. Hawaii, Rome, Prague, Dublin. I mean, it's just all over the place. I don't have it all memorized right now, but those trips are available for really cheap, or actually are included in your package. So, when you say yes to this bit, and you're just like, yeah, I feel I get a big yes. It resonates. I want to do that. It's time to travel. Like for you, I think it's really important for you to travel.
Especially guys.
Yeah.
At my age, for sure. I think I've gone out of the country once.
No, well, most people don't even have a passport. It's like, how do you not, but getting a passport, get your passport, get your TSA so you can pre-check, it's not a pain in the butt, and see the world. It's like, no day is promised. No, we don't know how long we're going to be here. I mean, you can be 25 and gone tomorrow. You could be, 102 and gone tomorrow. So I just feel like, let's see the world. Plus, it's kind of it's a crazy world right now. So it just feels like maybe it's good. And also, what's really important, especially for Americans, is to understand other cultures. So other languages, to eat different food. I mean, I'm going to have all this good Greek food and some sort of thing that I've never even had, some liqueur or something. I'm going to, it's like I'm going to ride donkeys in some village that nobody speaks English even. And it's like, wow, okay. I'm not even going to ask Google. Like, if they ask me if I want fish, I'm going to be like this. And they should know what I'm talking about, I mean, so it's, yeah, I just think it's important to travel.
So we talked a lot about like traveling and like getting out there and not just having a job and just staying in America and like wanting to get out. So I guess my next question would be is where's really how much you'd be making in a sense? Because yeah, it sounds so nice to travel and still make money, which anyone would be enticed to, but how much could you really, really make, even though you've been in this industry a very, very short time?
Yeah, and by the way, I've done other industries similar to this and reached a high 6-figure income. With this, it's up to the person. It really is. You're allowed to make up to $1 million a month, which I think is pretty cool. And just part of it, so you're paid 5 different ways. I'm not going to get into all that, but if somebody's really interested, I'll be glad to talk to them. So you could have just customers and you're making a percentage. anywhere from $100 to $400 just for that part. And then you're paid residually. See, that's the thing I like, because most people, even if you're a doctor, like if you're watching this and you're a doctor, you trade time for money. In other words, if you don't work, there's no money. So what I like about this is every month I'm getting a little piece of everybody's business. It's just like getting an override, you know? I mean, if I'm going to train someone, I'd like to get paid. Wouldn't you? Of course. So then if I'm paid month after month after month after month, that just feels right to me. So there's a couple ways. There's other check match and things like that. In other words, depending on how big of a business you can grow. Like for instance, I'll give you a for instance. This month, there's a thing where if you are able to bring in a big enough team, you're paid $10,000 extra dollars, all the way up to I think $25,000 extra dollars. You know, so there's bonuses and things like that. That's just, to me, I'm a competitive person. I like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll go for the $10,000. And then what I did is I worked with my coach. This is what you guys would do too. Work with your coach to strategize, to go, okay, what does that mean I need to do? How do I work with my whole team to get everybody excited and motivated? And if they're not excited and motivated, who do they know who might be excited and motivated to build a large business? It's just like any business. Like when I built the Tingler head massager, have you guys ever, it's like a copper.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. So I made millions and 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 millions of dollars on it. And I literally got the idea from a hanger. You know, I literally put hangers together with a toilet part and stuck it together. And then I just hustled. So if you have hustle in you, yay. And then other people didn't have hustle. Like I gave an opportunity to a lot of people and they didn't do anything with it. And they kept thinking it was the Tingler that wasn't working. But I was like, well, how is it that I'm selling so many of them? I mean, all over the world, 6,500 stores, this, that. So, and I got named like top coach, top entrepreneur with Bloomberg and CNN and ABC, CBS, and, you know, Rolling Stone, et cetera. So it, you know, if your hustle is vast, you've got a team to support you. We're there to make sure that everything works for you. And then there's no reason to say no to it. In my mind, there's no reason to say no to it. So how much money can you make? We intend to make 100,000 a month. I like that figure. It just feels right to me. Everybody's different. I have another friend. Hers is 111. So 111,000 a month. I was like, all right, you know, everybody's got their own place. Some people are really excited to make 5,000 a month, and other people just want to make 1,000 a month. Like they're like, you know, that would help with my mortgage, and I don't have a lot of time. I'm not going to devote to it. So I'd even like to make $500.
Right. It's really at your own pace.
Yeah, you know, some people $500 is just like, wow, that's my car payment, some extra food. Other people are like, you know, I'd like to make 1,000. Other people 10,000. But whatever it is, we just work together as a team to go, okay, what would you need to do? Obviously, if you say I want to make 100,000 a month and I have, you know, 5 minutes a day to devote to it, it's like, okay, that's not a match, you know, that's not quite where it is. But we can definitely help people as long as they're coachable. If they're not coachable, and your tribe is going to be very coachable because that's, you know, they're working with you as a coach. If you're not coachable, then, you know, it never works. It just doesn't. So it's just sort of like you're asked to do certain things, follow through, do them. And again, we're trained by millionaires and multimillionaires. So we're doing a call on Monday, for instance, with somebody that is very, very well known. And everyone they work with are all millionaires and multimillionaires. So they all want the most expensive program that I talked about. That was $2,500 and $500 a month. That's not for everyone. That does not fit for everyone's lifestyle. But for them, that's what they want. So I'm not even going to close it, even though I know what I'm doing. Guess what I'm doing? I'm getting the CEO of the company on the call, and I'm getting another multimillionaire on the call. So then they can ask the questions. They feel good. And, you know, boom, then we close the sale. You know that. Close your queen. Closing queen.
So I feel like we covered a lot going into it. I guess my last question would be is if the women from Close Your Queens wanted to sign on, would they be able to work with you?
Yeah, totally. They'd work with you and with me. And also the other people that I'm talking about. Again, if someone's really motivated or somebody has a lot of influence, some people do have a lot of influence. Some people are like, I don't have a lot of influence, but I want to. So for instance, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have it's a friend of mine, someone on our team. They do a 1 hour, everybody gets together and does whatever they need to for social media. They do their stories, their reels, their reaching out to people, their memes, all that. So it's like a team. So you're not like, oh man, I don't want to do it. It's like fun. It's like hanging out with friends and doing what you need to do that are income producing activities. And then Karen and I definitely love to coach. So yeah, you have us. You'll have Seth. You'll have Kayla's 20. Wait, you're 20. She's 25.
25. She's
Yeah,
25.
yeah. And she's already worked with 5 multi-million-dollar businesses. So she's, you know what I mean? If you have someone like her, she's got the hustle. She's
Crazy good team. That's what
yeah,
it is. Crazy good
right.
team.
Yeah. I mean, Danny, we've got the CEO. That's in Hawaii. We're going to hang out with him and his wife, who's a CFO, and 18 other leaders in the company. That feels good. So that's what I was saying. When you say yes to this, you're up at the very top. You get the training that you need, the coaching you need. You get from you the coaching. You get a trip included, which is like pretty incredible. And then we give you all the skills that you need to do it. And even if you don't have a lot of time, because a lot of people always say, well, I don't have a lot of time. Well, as long as you follow our strategy and use our tools, you don't have to have a lot of time. We have an app that follows through for you. So you just use your app and basically reach out to people. I call them first, because we're not used to calling and I don't want to spam people, but I'm like, have you thought about getting paid to take vacations? What? Yeah. Cool. Do you mind if I just send you a short little video? See if it resonates. If it doesn't, that's okay. If it does, yay, let's talk. Then I share a short little video. So notice I'm just like one little sentence. I use my app. My app tells me if they looked at the video or they didn't. So now when I see that they've watched it, then I'm able to call and say, hey, I saw that you watched, and I'm sure you have some questions. What questions do you have for me? And what I might do is get, like, when you guys are going to be new, so you don't want to do that on your own. So you would have me or Karen or Seth or Renee or Annette or somebody else on a call, Danny or, Lori, or there's a lot of us that will just get on the call. So then you're not having to go like, oh my God, because you don't want to over talk. You just show a video, get someone on the phone with you, and then boom, it happens. So far, that's how it's been for us.
No, that sounds crazy good, like having such an array of people that could be there for you. Can you talk a little bit about the CEO? The
Yeah,
husband and wife do it.
I can, and I just have a couple minutes, so I'm so sorry, I'm like super busy, but the CEO, basically, it's kind of cool. He and his wife built huge teams. In other words, just sales teams, reps, whatever you want to call them, consultants, people, ambassadors, people who they did $3 billion with a B, $billion in their last business, which is a lot of money, obviously. My friend Danny has brought in 110,000 people in his last company in 70 different countries. So again, don't just think about America, think about the whole world, think about social media, think about how do I reach out to all those people. So they put 11 million of their own money and they were retired. They're young, pretty young, but they made a lot of money. So they didn't need to work, but they saw this and went, wait a second. This is something anyone can do, and everyone wants to travel. It's not like you're trying to sell a potion or a lose weight in 30 days, or there's no problems with shipping. There's no problems with trying to compete with Amazon. It's just simple. Like, would you like to take a trip and get paid? Yeah, you would. Okay, cool. Watch my video, talk to my friend, and then ask some questions. And then without being salesy, it's just,
It's really easy to get people on the team, right?
yeah, to build on customers. So you want customers, because it's like any business, like truly everything I'm saying is about any business on the planet is how do I get customers and how do I build a sales team? And the bigger you build a sales team in any business, like whether it's Walmart or, whatever kind of company, Amazon, you have to have sales and you have to have an infrastructure, a way to do it. So this is what's great is you don't have to worry about any of that. It's already done for you. Do you know what I mean? The graphics are done. The app is done. You get a website that's beautiful. It's just beautiful. So yeah, what else? Any other questions or?
I think that's it. I think it was a really good talk. I guess
Yeah.
I'll just right there. That was really amazing, Wendy, and hope to see you again and do another call.
Lauren, where am I going to see you? Somewhere in the world. Don't just sit there. Next time you cannot be against a wall. I want to see you at the beach, just enjoying, just Yeah, enjoying.
Maybe I'll tag along on that Hawaii trip. How about that?
Hey, okay. See you in Hawaii.
I'll see you there. All right.
Aloha. Bye, everyone.